Global Runner, and I'm trying to get under 2:30 in the marathon aged 51. In this episode, I run on my favourite stretch of road in the entire world.
May well be my favourite stretch of road in the entire world.
We find a modern day shipwreck.
It's a bad day. Marjorie, you're sure you put the anchor down because it's quite choppy out there? Yeah, I think I did.
I have two very different hill sessions. A bird tries to steal the show. And we go celebrity hunting.
They've got a house in them, and that house belongs to Steven Tyler of Aerosmith fame.
So this has been a pretty crazy week. It's week 4 of the training block, and I'd done 3 weeks of pretty heavy mileage, so the plan was to back off a little bit and to do some faster stuff. So Saturday I did 5 by a mile and some hills. I did a separate video all about that session, so please feel free to check that out. Sunday I got to Maui in Hawaii and I did 60 minutes easy just because I'd had travel the day before. And then Monday I did a big session which was 20 miles with some real efforts in there. Again, I did a video solely about that session, so feel free to check that out. That was a really good session and I was really happy with that. With the purpose of the week being less mileage but faster efforts, Tuesday and Wednesday were nice, easy runs, and Wednesday I just threw in a few hills for a bit of fun. And then Thursday, along with Monday, was the main sessions of the week. So Thursday I did a double, I did 10 by a kilometre, and then in the evening I did a steady state or tempo type of run. So let's have a very quick look at Wednesday's session, then we'll do Thursday's session in some detail, and then we'll finish up this episode with strength exercise of the week. So stick around for that. Okay, so early doors is Thursday morning, just as the sun is coming up, and I've got out early to try and not encroach too much on the holiday, but also to try and get some running done before the sun comes up and it gets really hot. So it's a big day today. We're doing 10 by a kilometre this morning, that's the plan. And then this afternoon we're going to do some sort of tempo run. So that's the plan, one step at a time always. Let's get these 10 kilometre reps out of the way and then see where we go from there. So a few days ago in Calgary on Saturday I did 5 by a mile and they were a bit of a struggle. So the point of today is to do those paces or slightly faster, so probably hopefully around half marathon pace, maybe a tiny bit faster, we'll see how it goes. Doesn't show up very well, but look at all the lights on that. Imagine the electricity bill. Okay, I've done my jog, I've done some exercises, I'm doing a couple of strides, and then I'm gonna head into it. Since I've started picking up some paces, I've been sort of getting in my own head about these types of sessions. So I just need to keep reminding myself, one step at a time. We'll do one session at a time, we'll do one rep at a time, and there's nothing riding on it. Like, let's start nice and relaxed. If it goes well, great. If it doesn't, we put it in the bank and we move on. So come on, let's just get the first one out the way, settle in, see how we feel. It's only a kilometre, it's not that far. Okay, 10 by a kilometre with 3 minutes recovery. Giving myself lots of recovery to make sure I hit some faster times, because remember, the purpose of this week is speed and not distance. So let's go and get them. One, 3:18. I cheated a bit there as well to pump my tyres. That one was a
slight downhill. Don't tell anyone. Number 2, 320. Had a bit of an uphill in that one. It's all right. The effort was there. Okay, this is good. We're sort of settling in. The first 2, you're really just sort of finding your feet, and then you're already 20% of the way through. I know, I did that maths just like that. So this is where I miss my good friend Blaine. I bumped into him on Maui a year ago, and we did some really good sessions along here. I remember him dropping me in a 20-minute tempo run along here while he was filming me. Mr. Blaine, you should be here. $3:16 again. The sun is just peeking over the volcano there, which is not something you get to see every day. And so I'm slightly ruining my procrastination this morning. Number 5, 3:13. 3:12. 6 done. That's 7. Is that 7? Oh man, I need to watch the video back. I'm calling that 7. 3 to go. Look at that. It's my new obsession to get the Cybertruck. Here we go. 3:10. 2 to go. This is great because I know I'm going to make it, and I know it's going to be a good session. Let's just bring it home. 3:08. 1 to go. This one might be hilly. $3:08 for the last one. Oh man, happy with that. The slowest I think was 3:18, I think. Fastest was 3:08, and they got progressively faster. Can't be happier than with that.
Okay, so it's a 2 coffee kind of day. We're gonna recover from that 10 by K and then hit the treadmill this afternoon. Gotta say, really happy with that effort. I was sort of getting in my own head before I did the session, and I think sometimes you just got to get out of the way of yourself and just start and let things happen. And yeah, I was really happy with the way it went. So started off at about 3:18 and then worked my way down gradually to 3:08 for the last 2. So really happy with that. And yeah, I think the more you get under your belt in any block, the more confident you feel throughout the block. And if you end up having a bad one, then you end up having a bad one. But this one was a good one under the belt, and I'll see you in the gym in a few hours.
Okay, we're just warming up, and then we're gonna hit 6-minute miling for half an hour. So we'll do the warm up, get this done, and that will be the end of a good week. 5 seconds to go. And that is enough. I had heavy legs there, so I just kept it at 6-minute miling, which is 3:43 a kilometre, and just hung in really for half an hour, which is 5 miles, which is good enough for me. So that is the end of that week. Next week, I've got a ton of travelling, which is not ideal, but this time next week I'll be 12 time zones ahead of where I currently am. So let's see how that pans out. Make sure you tune in to see where I am. See you very soon. Okay, this is super embarrassing, but I am that guy in the gym. So there are other people in the gym, so I'm trying to keep this as quiet as I possibly can be. But I am really embarrassed by this. Okay, so strength exercise of the week, which I couldn't pass up given that I have an actual gym this week rather than my basement, is the good old-fashioned roll. So you need a foam roller, you do a glute bridge, and then you roll your feet out. So we're going to lie down, we're going to do a glute bridge. I normally have a much bigger foam roller than this, but then I roll my legs out, and I do 15, and I do 2 or 3 sets, and I have a pause at the end for each one I do. You should obviously start at like 5 and then build your way up if you're going to be doing 15. You can do these individual legs, like one leg at a time, but that is super advanced and I'm not there yet, but I will get there. So this really works the hamstrings like nothing else. So that is strength exercise of the week.